Hey, what's going on, everybody? Chris Ray here. I'm with InfoSec for Humans. And today we're going to talk about a really fun topic. We're going to talk about what to do when you fail an exam. Now, if you find yourself in this position, don't beat yourself up. I think, honestly, we as professionals put way too much emphasis on passing an exam. We should put way more emphasis on taking the exam and preparing for the exam and getting the requisite knowledge out of it than we do on the actual pass. Passing, it's great, it's fun, another thing to list on your resume, to brag to your friends about, whatever the case may be, but I just think there's way too much emphasis on it. So in this video, I'm going to teach you the few things that I know about failing an exam, because this is my first failure. I'm going to share it with you. We're going to pick up the pieces together, and we're going to build ourselves back up. We're going to build our confidence back up so that when we sit for this exam the next time, we're going to pass it. Before we get into the video, let me know if this is your first failure like it is mine and how you're feeling right now. I genuinely want to know what everyone else is feeling. I doubt that I'm alone, but knowing how you're approaching this situation can help me design content in the future, but also answer your questions right now. If you've been searching for something like this, leave a like, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be going through a lot more stuff like this. So I'm going to take care of a little bit of housekeeping before we get into this. Even though you can see everything I'm going to go over, and these are really the bullet points. If you want, just stop here, write this down, adios, take off, do what you want to do. But I'm just going to address a few things first. Obviously, you need to know about this stuff before you take the exam. The knowledge that you get from taking the exam, the experience that helps you pass the exam the second time around, which is failing that exam the first time, it goes away quickly. You've only got, half an hour to an hour before some of those details get a little dull. So if you're finding this and you've already failed that exam, do what you can, do your very best, but really this is a good framework for somebody who is finding this before they take their exam. Copy these notes, take these ideas, and prepare yourself for the situation where you do fail the exam. The second thing is you have to be careful who you share your notes with at this point, because you probably signed an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, and even though you're dumping thoughts and memories out of your head onto digital notepad or a piece of paper, whatever it is, you have to be careful that you don't violate that NDA. Now, dumping that out for your own use is one thing. Dumping it out and then putting it on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, that's a whole nother thing. You don't want to go there, so just be careful what you do with this information once you've got it out of your head. So with that said, I'm going to dive right into it. The number one thing that I found as I was sitting there thinking, okay, I failed my exam, what next? So one of the first things that you should do is take notes. Anything that you can remember tripping you up, anything that you remember being unusual, odd, or something that you got wrong, you just couldn't find the best answer for, things that felt new to you, like, where did this come from? I read all the material, I've seen all the study guides, I've never seen this before. Doesn't matter, write it all down. You don't know right now how useful that will be to you when you come back to the study, when you come back to it in a day or two, when you come back to it in a week or two. It's those little breadcrumbs, it's those little notes that can really open up your opportunities for success the next time around in the exam. The other thing that I want to mention is you made a study guide, right? I mean, you went through the study guides that you can buy, or maybe the documentation that you find on the internet or other people's input, but you consolidated all that. You put it together in a meaningful way that helps you pass that exam. If you did that, which you should have, if you did that, go through that study guide, review it, and skim the entire thing. As you're doing that, there will be topics and subjects that jump out at you and you say, yes, exactly, I missed that. I know the right answer now. I need to study this more. You'll be surprised how many things you'll find in there. I know I found at least 5 topics that I felt comfortable on, but then after reviewing the study guide, after failing the exam, after reviewing it and looking at it, I said, geez, I could have really gone deeper on this. I know I can do better on it next time now because I've identified my weak points. And as you're doing this, you should be writing down questions, notes, thoughts, whatever comes to mind. You should be writing that down so that, again, when you return to studying in a week or a day or whatever it is, you have that experience written down and it's locked in. You don't have to think back and be like, oh, I wish I could remember what I seen on the exam. Here you go. You've got it. It's your thoughts. It's your notes in your own handwriting or in your own notes somewhere on your computer. And then the last thing, because there's really not a whole lot to do here, it's just putting in the hard work, and the hard work is studying. The last thing to do is take a break. Take time off from the study. You need to regroup. You need to focus. And the best way to do that is to just not look at the topics, not look at the exam. Don't even talk about it. Don't think about it. Pretend like it doesn't exist for a day or two or a week. Now, don't take a month off. Not specifically a month, but that length of time around there, that's not conducive to passing an exam. You should take some time off. You should focus. You should eliminate any stress you have. Exercise. Eat well. Get plenty of sleep. Whatever your favorite hobby is, go out, go overboard in it for a few days. Whatever you can do to occupy yourself so that you're not focused, like obsessing about this failure. It's not a big deal. It really isn't. But while you're taking that break, you should be finding that original reason that made you sign up for this exam, that made you pay the fee, that made you say in your head, this is going to make me better, and that's why I want to take this exam. You should be looking for that. Find that intrinsic motivation, that thing that makes you want to take the exam again, that made you want to take it in the first place. And when you find it, hold on to it, because that's going to propel you. It's going to drive you back into your studies the second time around. And with that intrinsic motivation, with that drive, that push into your studies, everything's going to be much easier. I hope you found this helpful. I hope this was insightful. It's never easy to fail something, especially when you work really hard on it. So I wanted to take this failure and turn it into something positive. And one positive way that I can do that, or one way that I can make it positive, is to make something that helps you. If this helped you, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be making a lot more like this. Again, my name is Chris Ray. I'm with InfoSec for Humans, where I help you level up your cybersecurity career.